Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you not as someone who had all the answers from the beginning, but as someone who asked one simple question that changed everything. What if my thoughts could shape my future? Everything you achieve or fail to achieve begins with a thought. That simple idea is at the core of Think and Grow Rich, and it's one of the most powerful lessons I've ever learned. Your thoughts are not just passing clouds, they are blueprints. They create, attract, and shape the world around you. What you constantly think about becomes what you expect, and what you expect, whether consciously or unconsciously, is what you act toward and ultimately receive. I used to believe that success was mainly about hard work, luck, or connections, but I began to notice that some people who had all the advantages still failed, while others with almost nothing rose to incredible heights. The difference wasn't just their environment or education, it was the way they thought. They believed in their goals with unwavering clarity. They imagined success so vividly that it felt real, and their minds responded by seeking out opportunities, ideas, and actions to make it so. Once I understood this, I started to become more intentional with my thinking. I replaced self-doubt with purpose. I caught negative thoughts and challenged them. I began each day visualizing what I wanted to accomplish, not what I feared might go wrong. Over time, I saw my focus shift from problems to solutions, from fear to action, from limitation to possibility. Thinking positively isn't about ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to build a mindset that supports your growth. It's about feeding your mind with vision, belief, and purpose so that your actions naturally follow. Every major decision I made, whether it was starting a new project, overcoming a setback, or taking a risk, was influenced by the thoughts I allowed to dominate my mind. The mind is incredibly powerful. It works day and night to bring to life the pictures you hold in your imagination. If you think in fear, you'll live in hesitation. But if you think in abundance, you'll start seeing opportunities that were invisible before. That's not magic, it's focus, it's belief in action. The world outside you will always reflect what's going on inside you. So if you want to change your life, don't just change your habits. Start by changing your thoughts. You don't just grow rich in your wallet, you grow rich in your mind first. Talent may give you a head start, but it's persistence that carries you across the finish line. One of the most life-changing lessons I learned from Think and Grow Rich is that success isn't reserved for the most gifted. It belongs to those who simply refuse to quit. Over time, I've come to understand that the most valuable skill anyone can develop is not genius, level intelligence, or natural ability, but the ability to keep going when everything in you wants to stop. There were times in my life when I felt completely inadequate. I saw people who were smarter, faster, and more experienced. It was easy to believe they would succeed while I lagged behind, but I kept showing up. I kept learning, I kept working through failure after failure, and slowly I began to pass people who had more talent but less endurance. That's when I realized persistence isn't just a virtue, it's a strategy. Persistence means doing the hard thing again and again without seeing immediate results. It means continuing the fight when the applause has stopped, when no one is watching, when you're tired, frustrated, and doubting yourself. Most people give up when the results don't come quickly, but the truth is, almost every success story is built on countless quiet moments of staying the course when quitting would have been easier. There is power in resilience. Every no you face, every door that slams in your face, every setback you survive is preparing you for a stronger comeback. What I once saw as failure, I now see as refinement. Every mistake taught me something I needed to know. Every obstacle forced me to grow in ways I wouldn't have chosen on my own. It's persistence that turns setbacks into stepping stones. You don't have to be the best at the start. You just have to decide that you're not going to stop. Success responds to consistent effort, not to flashes of brilliance. The world is full of talented people who never finish what they start, but those who persist even through doubt and difficulty eventually win. So if you're struggling, remember this. The most important thing you can do is not give up. Because persistence doesn't just beat talent. It multiplies whatever talent you have and transforms it into lasting achievement. Clarity of purpose is one of the most underrated forces behind real success. It's not just about having a goal, it's about knowing exactly what you want, why you want it, and what you're willing to do to achieve it. Before I understood this principle, I used to chase everything and catch nothing. I had dreams, but they were vague. I wanted success, but I couldn't define it. I was busy, but I wasn't moving forward. Everything changed when I gained clarity. When your purpose is clear, decision-making becomes easier. You stop wasting time on distractions and start focusing only on what aligns with your mission. Clarity acts like a compass. Without it, you drift. With it, you move with intention. That shift alone can separate a lifetime of effort from a life full of impact. The moment I sat down and wrote exactly what I wanted, down to the numbers, the lifestyle, the timeline, and the reason behind it, I felt a new kind of power. I wasn't just wishing anymore, I was planning. I wasn't just hoping things would work out. I was designing my future with precision. And that level of focus started pulling the right opportunities, people, and resources toward me. Clarity also fuels motivation. Vague goals don't excite you, and they certainly don't drive consistent action. But when your purpose is tied to a strong reason, why, that deeply matters, you'll find the energy to keep going, even on the hardest days. Whether it's providing a better life for your family, creating freedom, making a difference, or proving to yourself what you're capable of, a meaningful reason gives your work substance. I've learned that clarity isn't a one-time event. It's something you revisit regularly. Life changes, and so do your goals, but the commitment to staying clear, focused, and aligned never goes away. Without it, you fall back into reaction mode, doing things out of habit or fear instead of strategy and vision. When you know your purpose and you can see it clearly in your mind, everything begins to line up. Your thoughts become sharper, your actions become bolder, and your results become measurable. Success stops being random. It becomes intentional, and all of it begins with one thing: clarity of purpose. The people you surround yourself with can either fuel your dreams or quietly drain them. One of the most powerful lessons I've learned from Think and Grow Rich is the undeniable truth that your environment shapes your mindset, your actions, and ultimately your results. You might have a clear vision, strong work ethic, and unshakable desire, but if you're surrounded by the wrong people, that fire inside you can slowly be extinguished without you even realizing it. I used to underestimate the influence of my inner circle. I thought I could stay focused and motivated no matter what others around me were doing, but over time, I noticed a pattern. When I spent time with negative, fearful, or complacent people, I started thinking smaller. I doubted my goals, hesitated to act, and settled for less than I deserved. But when I surrounded myself with ambitious, supportive, forward-thinking individuals, everything changed. Their energy, beliefs, and habits lifted me. They didn't just encourage me, they challenged me to level up. We often become the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. That's not just a catchy phrase, it's reality. If you're always around people who complain, make excuses, or play it safe, you'll start absorbing those patterns. But if you build a circle of doers, dreamers, and thinkers, you'll start rising to match their energy. This is why the concept of the mastermind group is so powerful. Hill emphasizes the importance of intentionally connecting with others who share your values and goals. A mastermind group isn't just a support system, it's a growth engine. It's a space where you exchange ideas, stay accountable, and gain new perspectives that can spark breakthroughs you never imagined. Choosing the right people doesn't mean cutting everyone out of your life. It means being intentional. Limit your time with those who drain you and invest in relationships that inspire you. Find mentors who have walked the path. Collaborate with peers who push you to grow. Build friendships with those who believe in your potential, even when you doubt it yourself. You don't have to do it alone, and you shouldn't. The right people can make your journey easier, faster, and more fulfilling. Because when your circle reflects your vision, success becomes not just possible, but inevitable.